Hey, what's up? So, I want to talk a little bit about Uncage RRJ and explain just a little about, what its mission is, right? So, when we talk about Uncage RRJ, right, what we're talking about is a system of justice that, frankly, is just hurting people, right? Okay, and it's hurting people under this idea of it keeps us safe. Right? But all you got to do is just start looking at what is done and what happens inside of jails, what happens inside the justice system, what actually goes on. And you can just see that there is no evidence that this is keeping us safe. And in fact, it's actually harming our communities. And it's harming our communities in very specific ways. Okay, four ways, really. And those four ways are civically, it makes us not healthy as a society. Right? Because we're just making people worse, right? When we put people in a cage, and it is hurting our minds, okay? Because when we throw somebody in a cage, right, and we throw them in an environment where there are a lot of other people who've quote unquote done bad and are all in a cage together, right? How do you think that affects their mind? Do you think it improves their mind? Do you think they come out mentally more prepared to be productive? No, they don't. It also hurts us economically because what jails actually do is they siphon money from the poor to the rich. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, if you have ever had anybody on the inside, you will know that it costs money to stay in there, right? But they don't let you work for a livable wage. What they do is they give you a slave's wage, right? And they make you do work, right? Like there's a policy, it's called work study or some shit, or workforce or whatever, right? And if you do work for the jail, then you will get time off your sentence. But the thing is that at any point they can just sort of decide that, well, they don't really want to actually give you that time, and actually no. You don't get that time. And, too bad, so sad. You shouldn't have been a bad boy. But what have you done if not made someone a slave in truth? And, so like civically, mentally, and economically, terrible ideas. But what's really awful about it is that it is spiritually messed up, spiritually fucked up. Okay? We are throwing people in cages so that we can feel safer. And we are harming our citizens, and we're harming our neighbors, our brothers, our uncles, our sisters, our mothers. We're harming them. And all it has done is made society worse. And we actually don't know what a world is, what a world looks like without jail, because we've had jails for millennia. So we actually don't know. And in fact, there's more evidence that these jails are harming us than they are helping us. And I just don't think we need to tolerate it any longer. So that's what Uncage RJ is about. It's about advocating for that perspective. And we're gonna change justice. Not everywhere, okay? Just here in Stafford and in Fredericksburg and in King George and in Spotsylvania, okay? Because that's my home. And I'm sick and tired of being told by people with power to change things that, oh, this is the best we can do. It's not. Deal with it.